Have you ever wondered if there are things that, as you grow older, are best kept to yourself? Sometimes, sharing everything with your children isn't always the wisest choice. What if I told you there are 7 important secrets you should never reveal to your children? Would you be curious to find out? And most importantly, secret number 7 will surprise you. As we enter our later years, maintaining family harmony, avoiding unnecessary conflicts, and protecting our mental well-being and our children becomes crucial. Certain truths, whether intentionally or unintentionally revealed, can lead to misunderstandings, arguments, or even damage the parent-child relationship. You may think that honesty is always the best policy, but in reality, keeping some things to yourself can sometimes be the best way to protect both sides. In this video, I will share 7 secrets that older adults should keep to themselves. These may involve personal finances, views on marriage and family, or even private experiences from the past that your children don't necessarily need to know. Stay tuned until the end, because secret number 7 might completely change how you see the parent-child relationship. Can you guess what it is? Let's find out now. Secret number 1. The true value of solitude and alone time. Society often expects that, as we grow older, we should spend more time with our children, grandchildren, family, and friends because it is seen as a way to maintain happiness and avoid loneliness. But the truth is, not everyone feels that way. There is a quiet joy that many elderly people experience, but rarely share: the pleasure of enjoying time alone, when we no longer have to meet others' expectations or be bound by social obligations. We can embrace a rare sense of freedom. This private time brings peace and tranquility and often allows for deeper reflection on life. It could be a serene morning with a cup of tea, hours immersed in personal hobbies like reading, painting, gardening, or simply observing the world in silence without feeling rushed. However, many older individuals hide this joy, fearing their children might misunderstand it as loneliness or unhappiness. But being alone does not always signify sadness or isolation. Finding balance in life can be a conscious choice. Solitude is not necessarily negative. On the contrary, it can bring mental clarity, relaxation, and a deep sense of fulfillment that not everyone can truly understand. So, if you enjoy peace and alone time, don't feel guilty or need to explain it to anyone. This is one of the greatest privileges of aging: living the way you want, without the pressure of pleasing others. Secret number 2. The silent fear: not wanting to be a burden. One of the deepest fears of aging is not just growing old or facing illness, but the feeling of becoming a burden to one's children. Many parents have spent their entire lives caring for their families, making sacrifices for their children, and hoping they can live freely and comfortably without worrying too much about them. However, as age progresses and health declines, simple daily tasks like grocery shopping, managing medications, or getting around become more difficult, intensifying this concern. Many elderly individuals feel guilty or uneasy about asking their children for help, even when they genuinely need it. They try to hide their struggles, concealing their exhaustion or pain, simply because they fear being an inconvenience or placing undue pressure on their children. Some even refuse financial or medical assistance, not wanting to disrupt their children's lives or add to their responsibilities. However, one important truth to remember is that accepting help does not mean you are burdening others. Children often want to support their parents, but may not know what they need or how to approach the topic. By communicating openly and honestly about your needs and expectations, you can help your children understand how to provide support in a natural and not overwhelming way. Remember, love within a family is about silent sacrifices, connection, and sharing. You don't have to endure hardships alone. Sometimes, allowing your children to care for you strengthens the bond between generations and brings joy to both sides. Secret number 3. The hidden reasons behind lifestyle changes. When an elderly person decides to move into a smaller home, relocate to a senior community, or settle in a new place, their children often have many questions. They may assume that financial difficulties, health concerns, or the need for more assistance are driving these decisions. However, the reality is often more complex than what children perceive. Many older adults make these changes not because they have to, but because they truly want to. After years of carrying family responsibilities, managing a household, and raising children, they realize they no longer need to maintain a complex lifestyle. A smaller home means less cleaning, fewer maintenance tasks, and less pressure. A new environment can offer more comfort, freedom, and a lifestyle that aligns with their interests rather than holding on to the familiar out of habit. Many seniors also want to spend more time pursuing personal interests and experiencing new things they never could. Whether it's a peaceful living space, a community with like-minded peers for easier social connections, or simply a place where they feel truly at ease. These choices are often about enhancing their quality of life rather than settling for what's expected. However, parents may not always express these thoughts openly. They might fear resistance, worry that their children will think they no longer cherish old memories, or be concerned that their decision will spark difficult conversations. As a result, instead of revealing their true motivations, they often simplify their reasoning with statements like, "to make things easier," or "it's just more convenient as I get older." But the truth is, these lifestyle changes are not always driven by necessity. They are often deliberate choices to fully embrace aging in a fulfilling way. And sometimes, respecting your parents' decisions rather than trying to change their minds is the best way to show love and understanding. Secret number 4. Financial independence. A quiet achievement of old age. One of the greatest assets of growing older is financial freedom. After years of hard work, careful saving, and smart investments, you have built a solid financial foundation to enjoy your later years without constant worries. However, not everyone is willing to share this with their children. In reality, many parents keep their financial independence private, not because they have something to hide, but because they understand that money can change how others perceive them. Many older adults worry that if their children know too much about their financial situation, it may unintentionally create expectations and pressures. In some cases, even with good intentions, children may feel entitled to a portion of their parents' wealth or expect financial support. This can lead to awkward conversations, unnecessary misunderstandings, or strained family relationships. On the other hand, some parents fear that if their children know they are financially stable, they might become less concerned about their well-being or feel no need to check in as often. In other families, revealing financial details might cause unnecessary stress, as children may worry about their parents' future needs and whether they will require support. In many situations, keeping financial matters private is not about distrust, but maintaining independence and avoiding unnecessary complications. By not allowing others to interfere with your financial decisions, you can freely use the money you've worked so hard to earn in ways that align with your values and priorities. Of course, this doesn't mean you should keep everything a secret. Proper financial planning for old age, including estate and inheritance arrangements, is still essential. However, deciding how much to share, with whom, and when is entirely up to you. Money is a means of securing life's necessities and a symbol of independence and self-sufficiency. And sometimes, keeping it private is the best way to protect your peace of mind. Secret number 5. Changes in health. When silence is the best choice. Aging brings many changes in health, from occasional aches and pains to more serious conditions. The body is no longer as agile as before. The signs of aging become more apparent, and sometimes silent illnesses arise without warning. But is it always necessary to share all of this with your children? For many older adults, the answer is no. Not because they disregard their health, but because they want to avoid causing unnecessary worry for their children. Put yourself in their shoes. Your children are already juggling work pressures, family responsibilities, and numerous other challenges in life. If they knew about every health issue you faced, they might feel anxious, stressed, or even guilty for not being able to be there for you as often as they'd like. Moreover, oversharing about one's health can unintentionally change how children see their parents. From once being strong and independent, you might suddenly be perceived as frail and in need of constant protection, something that, for many, feels worse than the illness itself. Many elderly individuals have felt their control over their own lives slipping away simply because their children became overly concerned and started interfering in every aspect of their daily routine, from diet and activities to whether they should continue living alone. Of course, keeping health issues private doesn't mean ignoring or downplaying them. Taking proactive care of yourself, attending regular checkups, and listening to your body are what truly matter. But sometimes, instead of making your children worry about every minor issue, it's better to selectively share only what is truly necessary. After all, old age shouldn't be about becoming a burden to others. It should be a time to enjoy life on your own terms, with strength, independence, and freedom from unnecessary concerns. Secret number 6. Regrets from the past. When silence is the best way to move forward. After walking a long road in life, no one can escape mistakes, poor decisions, or missed opportunities. It could be an unfulfilled dream, a broken friendship, or a choice made at the wrong time that came at a heavy cost. These regrets linger in the mind, resurfacing in quiet, late-night moments. But should you share all of them with your children? The answer is often no. Many parents understand that the past cannot be changed, and dwelling on it only makes the pain more vivid. More importantly, if children learn too much about their parents' mistakes, they might feel pity, sadness, or even guilt, thinking they should have done something to help correct those regrets. Additionally, revisiting the past could unintentionally alter how children perceive their parents. To them, their parents are strong, reliable figures, people who have guided, protected, and sacrificed to give them a better future. But if they learn that their parents have made serious mistakes or have deep regrets, that image might shift, creating complicated emotions neither side desires. Does this mean everything should be kept a secret? Not necessarily. Lessons from the past still hold value if shared wisely, as guidance rather than as confessions of pain. You can offer your children insights drawn from your experiences, helping them avoid similar mistakes in life without exposing all the details of what you regret. In the end, the past is behind us, and sometimes the best way to move forward is to let it rest. What truly matters is not the mistakes you made, but how you overcame them, grew from them, and continue to live each day to the fullest. Secret number 7. Personal habits. When small things bring great happiness. As we age, we develop personal routines and rituals that bring comfort, peace, and a sense of stability. It could be sipping a hot cup of tea at exactly 7 a.m., walking the same familiar path every afternoon, or indulging in a personal hobby that others might find unusual or hard to understand. No matter how small, these habits provide joy, a sense of freedom, and a feeling of control over life. However, not everyone chooses to share these habits with their children. Sometimes, children may not understand why their parents insist on keeping a fixed schedule or engaging in seemingly unnecessary routines. They might see it as rigidity, eccentricity, or even worry that their parents are becoming isolated. Because of this, many older adults keep their habits private, not out of shame, but simply because they don't want to explain themselves or be judged. These routines do more than just provide mental balance. They are an extension of one's personal identity. It could be an old handwritten journal, a childhood stamp collection, or even deeply meaningful spiritual rituals. While these things might not seem important to others, They offer a connection to the past, cherished memories, and simple joys that only the individual can truly appreciate. Moreover, keeping certain habits private helps protect personal space. When you have something that belongs entirely to you, without needing approval or validation from anyone, you feel freer and less controlled. This becomes especially important in old age, when many other aspects of life are no longer within one's control. In the end, not everything needs to be shared. Some small joys bring peace and fulfillment, and sometimes keeping them as a personal secret is the best way to fully enjoy them. The secrets many older adults keep are not about hiding things, but about maintaining inner peace. In the later stages of life, the most important thing is not sharing everything, but living in a way that feels comfortable, happy, and free from external pressures. Keeping certain things private does not mean being distant or secretive. Rather, it is a way to preserve independence, self-determination, and healthy relationships. Not everyone needs to know every thought, every feeling, or every decision, because not everyone can fully understand or empathize. At the heart of it all, choosing what to share and what to keep private is not about creating distance, but about ensuring that the life you've built remains fulfilling and truly your own. The most important thing to remember is this: you are not a burden. Your life is yours to live, and you have every right to shape it in a way that brings you the most comfort and joy. You are not obligated to conform to expectations, nor do you need to justify your choices or seek approval from others. With age comes wisdom, experience, and a deeper understanding of what truly matters. If there are things you prefer to keep to yourself, whether they are thoughts, habits, memories, or decisions, let that be your choice, made with confidence and peace of mind. The world often pressures us to explain ourselves, to fit into certain roles, and to share more than we may want to. But true contentment often comes from embracing life on your own terms, without feeling the need to conform or explain. Whether it's the way you spend your time, the routines that bring you comfort, or the dreams and reflections you hold dear, you deserve to live in a way that makes you happy. Some things are best kept private, not because they are secrets, but because they are sacred to you. Personal joys that don't require validation from anyone else. As you continue your journey through life, always keep in mind that every decision you make should be guided by one essential goal: to cultivate a life filled with joy, peace, and deep personal fulfillment. You have spent years caring for others, fulfilling responsibilities, and meeting expectations. Now is the time to focus on what truly makes you happy. Let go of the lingering worry that you are a burden to those around you. The love your family and friends have for you is not measured by the assistance you may need, but by the cherished moments and meaningful connections you share. Release yourself from the weight of unnecessary concerns, those doubts, fears, and expectations that hold you back from fully enjoying the present. Embrace each new day with confidence, knowing that you have the right to live on your own terms. Whether that means indulging in small pleasures, maintaining personal routines, or making decisions that bring you peace, know that your happiness is just as important as anyone else's. Give yourself permission to enjoy life without guilt, without the need for validation, and without hesitation. This stage of life is not about limitations. It is about embracing the freedom to shape your days in a way that brings you the most joy and contentment. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate your time, and I hope the insights shared here have resonated with you. If you found this content helpful or thought-provoking, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to leave a comment and share your perspective. Your words not only help create meaningful discussions, but also inspire others who may be going through similar experiences. If someone in your life, be it a parent, a friend, or a loved one, might benefit from hearing these messages, don't hesitate to share this video with them. Sometimes, a simple reminder or a fresh perspective can bring comfort, encouragement, or even a much-needed sense of understanding. Let's continue spreading positivity and support, helping one another embrace life with confidence, peace, and the freedom to live in a way that truly feels right.